Hi friends. Hi friends, I'm Olivia Smith. Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel where I share the latest global news every day. You can also read more news on TimeGlitter.com. You can find all the links in the video description below. Friends, don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, share with others, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Now let's jump into today's news. News headline: Stop fantasizing and deal with reality. It's going to be Biden against Trump. News details. Thinking about who might be the next president of the United States can be entertaining and interesting. Imagine if Gretchen Whitmer, the lively 52-year-old governor of Michigan, became president. Maybe she could have a forward-thinking congressman like Jamie Raskin from Maryland or Hakeem Jeffries from New York as her vice president. Wouldn't it be a big improvement over the last president if someone like Liz Cheney, a former congresswoman who values facts and conscience, became the Republican nominee? It's natural to wonder about these things. Experts need to talk about something, and regular people enjoy discussing it too. Plus, the upcoming election is important and has more impact than even the latest celebrity romance. But the dream of new faces in the race is now out of reach. Time passing, fundraising efforts, and primary results have made that clear. On the Republican side, Nikki Haley's loss in South Carolina, her home state, was expected and has essentially ended her campaign. Even though the only challenger to Trump remaining hasn't quit, it doesn't change the outcome. On the Democratic side, it seems likely that Biden will be the nominee. His campaign boasts a huge $56 million in funds, far surpassing Trump's reported $31 million. Additionally, Biden has faced little challenge during the primary season, which is its purpose. Strange things can occur in American politics, but barring any major surprises, it's becoming evident. We're headed for a rematch between Joe Biden and Donald Trump in November. Some people in the media world aren't ready to accept that reality. Recently, Ezra Klein sparked more discussion when he wrote a lengthy essay in the New York Times proposing the idea of a brokered convention in Chicago to replace Biden as the Democratic nominee. This idea was taken seriously on MSNBC's Morning Joe and other platforms where left-leaning individuals gather to discuss, but that doesn't mean it's likely to happen. Now is a good time to pause, recognize the obvious, and respond accordingly. This applies to both the media and ordinary citizens. Journalists should stick to their nonpartisan public service role. Our job isn't to promote a specific candidate or campaign, but to inform the public about the significance of this election. Unfortunately, NBC News fell short of the standard recently with its uncritical story titled, "Fewer Grievances, More Policy. Trump aides and allies push for a post-South Carolina pivot." Now, let's talk about wishful thinking. As highlighted by NYU journalism professor Jay Rosen, is there any evidence to suggest that Trump is capable of or suddenly interested in toning down personal attacks? If so, where is this reported? If not, why are 6 NBC journalists promoting the hopeful desires of his campaign team? What's truly needed is persistent, well-supported, realistic reporting on the actual candidates, their track records, and their proposed plans. The goal should be to ensure that every American who follows the news understands exactly what's at stake. This reporting shouldn't dwell on Joe Biden's age, which is already widely known and taken into account. As Joan Walsh argued recently, supporters of Biden aren't blind to concerns about his age or Kamala Harris' popularity. Instead, they've weighed the risks and benefits of a Biden-Harris ticket in 2024 and concluded that sticking with the incumbent is less risky. Donald Trump is also an older individual. He's known for his authoritarian tendencies and faces a staggering 91 indictments across multiple states. Additionally, his allies are poised to take anti-democratic actions on Inauguration Day in 2025. But do most Americans grasp this as readily as they do Biden's age? I have my doubts. As for citizens, there are several important responsibilities. Firstly, it's crucial to stay well-informed about the implications of this election and consider what kind of country you want to live in. Secondly, active participation in the democratic process is key. This could involve helping people in your community, including friends and family, to register to vote. You could also contribute to a candidate you believe in or volunteer as a poll worker. Most importantly, don't forget to cast your vote. Don't opt to stay home because perfection isn't an option on the ballot, or because you disagree on a specific issue, or because you feel like you're making a moral statement. The real world might not be as idealistic or flawless as the fantasy world, but it's the reality we must contend with. Friends, don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, share with others, and subscribe to